Okay. Hello there. Welcome to In My Opinion Double Take. I'm Salas 94. I can't stop laughing.
And I'm Slick_Heartless. I'm joined with a clown today, so forgive his laughter.
Anyway, today we are talking about Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Because there was a storm, and now the storm has passed. But now we have to tell the story of the storm before, or before the storm.
Okay, yeah, like he said. Before we get into spoilers, the basic thing is this is before part one, and you play as Chloe, and when she first met up with Rachel. That's as much I can say without spoiling the game. So now spoilers.
Spoilers, 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 spoilers. You see that sign on the screen? Did we add it? Did we add one? If it's there, fantastic. If it's not, oh well. But pretend it's there. Spoilers, spoilers.
But yeah, basically you play as Chloe, and I guess teen years. I don't know how many years is it before part one. I don't know that. Do you remember?
I forgot.
Yeah. Let's
really forgot.
Let's chop it up to like I don't know, like a year. I guess that seems about fair. Let's say a year. It's her before Max comes back into the school, and before Chloe gets shot in the beginning of the first game. This is part one. You spend a lot of time.
That's a giant spoiler. Wow.
Yeah. Well, this is that's why I said spoiler warning. Yeah. But anyway, this is she always talked about Rachel in the first part, and now we're gonna find out exactly how they met and who is she, and the story itself. I hate Chloe so much. So
you're hella lame.
Yeah, it was painful to get through this game. I say right now, like the main reason I played it was because Slick Heartless told me, "Hey, you should play this game."
I did because I really liked it.
And I was like,
I really like the game.
And I was like, maybe it won't be that bad. Maybe since this is before part one, Chloe could be actually tolerable and everything. But that wasn't the case. She's exactly the same. So if anyone here has played part one and thinking about playing Before the Storm, if you did not like Chloe from part one, you ain't gonna like her here because she's the same annoying fucking bitch as she was in part one. Rachel, on the other hand, was not bad at all. I didn't find anything really wrong with her. I wasn't bothered by her. But anyway, yeah, you meet. The story begins with Chloe going to like a fire. Was it Firefly? Fire something? The band Firestarters.
Firefly, maybe.
Yeah, it was to try and get
Man,
to.
we're bad at this. Jeez,
Yeah.
didn't we just play this game?
Yeah, but that's just such a minuscule detail. I just forgot. It's Fire something. What the hell? Who cares? They're a fictional band. No one gives a shit. But
What if they're not?
well, they suck anyway. But anyway, it's just her trying to get into that band. That's when she meets Rachel, and basically most of the story is them bonding and going through school troubles and life troubles. I personally found the first, because it's three chapters, correct?
Yes.
The first
Unless you
chapter.
count the bonus chapter.
Yeah. The first chapter was painful for me. It was just a lot of Chloe, a lot to take. I hated her so much. It was like I was legit just in agony playing that. I beat this game at the end of the day just for the easy platinum. The second, yeah, the second chapter, it was more teen angst and everything, more screaming, yelling. Oh my god, the part when Rachel screams at the fucking forest and like wind comes out, yo, I started crying. I started dying, dude. That was comedy fucking gold. I was like, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Like, I'm supposed to feel sad or anything when she finds out about, this is when the story actually gets interesting. Around like the end of chapter 2, she finds out like her dad is messing around with some woman, where Rachel thinks that it's just some random woman that his dad's cheating on his mom with. But you find out, dun dun dun, that it's actually her mom, and this is when the story actually becomes interesting, because I actually wanted to see where it went. It was the family drama there was actually pretty good. Like I said, Chloe, I didn't give a fuck. I guess more I just cared about Rachel's drama and everything like that. That was really interesting for the most part. And then of course that's basically where it ends. Like that chapter 3 is basically cleaning all of that up with your choices and everything. But that was when that's basically near the ends when the game started getting somewhat interesting to me, with the drug addict mom and the asshole father and everything like that.
Man, like, I really like that game. Like, it's very teenager, and I mean exaggerated, because I mean when I was a teenager I didn't go through any of that stuff.
You mean you didn't scream into the wind and lines came out and everything?
It's really teenager school, having issues and problems, and everybody being different, and the social standings, and I don't know. I remembered all that, and like, again, I wasn't going through the stuff that Chloe was going through, but like, I don't know, even she says hella a lot in the whole game. That's hella cool. That's hella lame. That's hella this. That's hella that. And it's just like, yeah, it's annoying, but when we were teenagers, we used to say some pretty dumb things all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, I remembered that, and I related to it a little bit. And I don't know, I didn't find her as annoying as you probably did, but it's because I remember I was really annoying.
Yeah.
So
she was so annoying, I wanted to put her head underwater until the bubbles stopped.
Wow, that's
dark. I don't care. Like, that's how much annoying she was to me. I also didn't like her. Like, her father is a kind of an annoying dick. Also, her stepdad is kind of an annoying dick in the Before the Storm and the Faking Part 1.
He is annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, it didn't bother me, because I got what they were trying to do, you know, father, the new guy coming into the mom's life, to now he's gonna be your stepdad, and you know, you don't want him as a stepdad because he's not your real dad.
Yeah.
And he can't tell me what to do because my real dad was my real dad, and this guy's just some nobody, but he's tough and military background. He needs to set you straight because you're into drugs.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't go through any of that, but I knew what they were aiming for, and I thought it was all really well done.
I couldn't take it. Like, out of everyone, I felt bad for Chloe's moms, if anything.
But why though? I mean, she was fine.
I mean, for one, Chloe has a daughter.
That's messed up.
And then, she just lost her husband because of, bullshit fucking truck. I thought they were gonna, like, somehow bring in the truck driver into the story. Like, I thought that was gonna be like, oh, maybe he'll come in, like, why did you kill my dad and stuff like that. I thought they were gonna do that, like, something like that. But that didn't happen.
I mean, they did enough crazy things in that game where, did you really need that?
Yeah. I mean, it would add to something a little more, I guess. But yeah, that's basically it. Like, the story, like, for me, the story didn't pick up until the cheating angle showed up. That's where it picked up for me. I was like, okay, this is pretty interesting. Just too bad it was the end of the game, basically. I will say that was kind of funny. Is do you remember when, like, these two guys are having a fight at the very end? When you're saving Rachel's mom, and they kind of like off screen it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what happened?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty lame. They didn't even
they were like,
you see the possibility of what could have happened.
Yeah, the mom was just like, he took care of it. That's basically what it is. It was like, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking lame.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
I will say, after the credits, it is. Oh wait, before I hit the after the credits thing, I did like some of the new faces that were shown in this game. like the Dungeons and Dragons crew and everything like that. Like they were fun. I liked a lot of the side new faces and everything like that. And so I had no problem with them. And that's basically it. And so at the end, now I'll go back to that. At the end, the main problem is even though these are cool characters and everything, it kind of makes plot holes for the first part because these guys just kind of disappear. Some of them they make reasons that I could buy, like I can't remember the names top of my head, but the jock dude and his brother, how their father is constantly moving around, they got to move with him. So I get it, like they're gone because most likely the father moved, probably got a job somewhere or something, and they had to move again. And then there was that other guy who turned to a creep at like the last chapter for some reason. Like all of a sudden,
His name like Evan or something.
yeah, and like he didn't give over a creep vibe, and then until the end, like he just like turned his like creep switch on like that, and it was just like, "Where are you going? I love you. I fucking love you." Basically, that's what it was. And but yeah, that's that. Like him, it makes sense he's gone because like you actually see him packing and breaking out because I guess the whole cop situation. But yeah, like some of the other characters, like what happened to them, you don't really know. And then like nothing's ever brought up that happened in Before the Storm that happened, and I mean nothing's ever brought up again from Before the Storm in part 1. So it kind of makes some holes. Like you would think because at the end of Before the Storm, there's that chilling moment of the Rachel's final moments. We hear the picture taking. You would think after all that, the mom and father would have been like part of the first part, but they never show up.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is what it is. Can't even try to really explain it or put it together. It is what it is. I thought the game, I don't know, I thought the game was good throughout the whole game. I liked everything that they did. I liked all the characters. I like the story. I like the story. So, but yeah, I mean, what you just said with them leaving plot holes and stuff like that, it's very true. There was a lot of stuff where you're kind of just like, that doesn't make sense in the next part.
Yeah.
But just with, what you do with a lot of video games or what you do with a lot of movies,
just kind of ignore it.
Happens, you gotta kind of just ignore it and enjoy the rest of it.
Yeah, you gotta turn that part of your brain off for a second.
Yeah.
I will say though, my favorite chapter was the bonus chapter.
And blah, your bonus chapter.
That was a tolerable Chloe, and I like Max, so I was cool with it. That was my favorite chapter.
I mean, I also like that chapter, but I wouldn't say it was my favorite.
So yeah, that's the story. Spoilers galore. Okay, now we're on to the gameplay section, and this game, just like the first one, is an adventure game. Basically, choose your own adventure game. This is put it that way.
Options come up. You pick an option. You move on with your life. Next section.
Yeah, basically that's it. They have some puzzle elements. I think when you have to like, oh, I need to find this. Oh, I need to find that. It's just interacting with. This is the interacting the game. You may say here for more of the story, but I do like the little side stuff that you can do, like playing D&D with those characters I mentioned. Like that was fun. Like I actually stood and had no problem playing D&D with them. That was actually made me want to play D&D.
Totally different world. Not to say that it's a boring world, but it's a totally different world.
That's too much for you, man. It's too much. The D&D's too much.
I mean, I've never tried it. I would definitely try D&D for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, to just go in myself and try to learn it, sounds like a lot.
They made it seem easy, at least for like the players, not the dungeon master. But yeah,
I mean, I'm sure the people who were doing it were good at it.
Yeah. But yeah, like that stuff was fun, like doing all the side things, and then all your choices and how it affects, some parts of the game. It doesn't affect every single minuscule thing, but it does affect some parts of the game, and how a character looks at you, how a character feels, the reaction and everything. Hell, in the end, you could either tell, this is right here's the spoiler part.
Spoiler.
You could tell Rachel about her father and all the fucked up things he did with her actual mother, like try to get her killed and shit like that, or just straight up lie to her and just let her live in her dreamland with her perfect father. So that was that.
Which,
Yeah.
if you're trying to play, like, I don't know, everyone plays these games differently. So if I always try to answer as if it were me.
Yeah.
And what I would choose, you know? Some people just try to pick the best answer, regardless if that's the answer that they would choose or not. But I try to actually pick the choice that I think I would really honestly make.
Yeah.
And sometimes they give you some tough, like, moral decisions where it's just like, you know, what you just said.
Yeah, for example, what did you pick for that one? The Rachel thing.
I told her.
Yeah, me too. Because in the end, like, I would tell my friend that this father was an asshole. Like, the father. Yeah, go ahead.
There's no time limit on that particular. Like, when it comes to the really important decisions, there's no time limit.
Yeah.
So I'm that. I took like 10 minutes to decide which thing I was gonna choose. Like, I didn't just pick it and whatever. I really weighed the pros and cons and why I would do this and why wouldn't I do this? Why is this choice better? And I'm like, what in my heart would I do? And I went through things of like, if I'm a teenager, it's not my place. Those aren't my parents.
Jesus
so I shouldn't
Christ.
have to tell her. And I had an inner dilemma, bro. Like, it was me.
Damn, dude.
But I get really into those games. I love those games.
I mean, there were some choices that I did do that, like the one where this guy's brother was getting beat up by the drug dealer. Like, I took a while. Like, there was some choice. Like I said, there was some choices that I actually stood. This one, right away I did it because I thought of myself in that situation, like you said, like what you would do, and I was like, I would tell my friend the 100% truth because then my friend would be living a lie with this asshole and like would never see like the actual parent again, and you know that parent tried their best and everything. What made it so easy for me also is because this dude tried to commit murder. That was just like, no, like, fuck that guy. You try to kill someone, fuck you. And that's what made the choice easy.
I'm not defending the man.
Yeah.
But before the whole murder thing, he was just trying to keep her away from her because she was a drug addict and she kept messing everything up. So it's like, I get it, but then towards the end he was just like, let's put out a hit, get her killed. And
You're just
what? Like, oh man, like, I understood you until you did that.
Yeah, like it would be more harder and easier to sympathize with the situation. But that was like that made it like black and white. Like, dude, you just try to kill someone. Like, no, like and it wasn't like the mother was trying to like hurt the daughter. The mother just wanted to know, hey, look, I exist. I'm doing well. If you want to talk to me, it's cool. If not, whatever. This dude is like, no, die. That's basically was it. It's like, what the hell? But yeah, like that's what basically this game is. It's just choices, talking, figuring out little puzzle situations, like the time where you got to figure out how to fix that eye thing to spy on Rachel's dad.
Oh yeah.
But like, it's nothing that will stump you. That's like super hard or anything like that. It's pretty straightforward. You're just basically in this game for the story, making choices and see how everything plays out.
Which is all pretty cool.
Yeah, it's as long as you're engrossed in the story. I was just like, hurry up, because I didn't care about the finish.
You're hella lame.
I wish I had a skip button. I don't think I remember pressing like start a lot and they didn't allow me to skip cutscenes and shit like that. Like ones I've seen already. Or like, oh my god, with the music. Oh my god, with the music. Like, there is a lot of music sections in this game, and a lot of those music sections are just montages of dumb shit. The only time it's good is like at the beginning or at the end, because that's usually like showing what's happening and like just wrapping up, giving you a little epilogue of the chapter. That's fine, but they use a lot of music in this freaking game, a lot, and it feels like they used the leftover music from the ones that they couldn't use before because they OD in this game.
I mean, the music was alright. I got no complaints about it.
There were times I wanted to skip it because like, I didn't care what's going on. It was like them just saying, "Ooh, look at what we're doing. We're having fun. I'm gonna decorate this junkyard. Woo, yeah!" And since I don't give a shit about Chloe, I wanted to skip it. That's what it's gonna be anyway. I also did like that. The game after every chapter, just like the first one, it shows you like the percentage of worldwide or just your friends list of what they picked. That's pretty cool. That's always cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Now on to the presentation. The game looks good. Like it looks fine. I like the character models. It looks perfectly. If you thought part one looked fine, you don't think this one is gonna look fine too, because it basically has the same kind of artistic merit to it. When you're near something, it has the weird outlining, which is pretty cool. The notebooks, I like how it was, even though I didn't give a shit to read about it, read what was on the notebooks, I didn't care against Chloe. It still was
You're what the kids call a hater.
Yeah. I still liked how it looked, the layout. It had its own personality. The voice acting was great. Everyone sounded like they were putting their all into it. No one sounded like robotic or stiff or like just don't belong. Everything sounded fine. There was I didn't really run into no technical issues, no frame rates, no crashing, anything like that. It was just fine.
I think that it looked fantastic. The end.
Now for overall. Overall, this game was a pain in the ass for me. This is strictly talking from a story sense. In a gameplay sense, the game was good. Gameplay sense, presentation sense, the game was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the gameplay parts and allowed me to forget that I was Chloe, and and it reminded me that because I actually really enjoyed the first part, but again, you were maxing that, and you didn't have that much Chloe down your throat.
Bro,
but
you're such a hater.
I hate her. You can tell I really hate that character. But like again, the story wasn't interesting to me till it started hitting like the end of chapter 2 to going into chapter 3 with the family drama. That's when I think the story started to hit its stride. That's when it became interesting for me, and that's when I started to enjoy it. If you loved Chloe in part 1, you're gonna love this game 100%. If you hated her, it's gonna be a pain. If you still wanted to see what happened beforehand, you just gotta grit your teeth, and at least it starts getting good at the end of chapter 2 through chapter 3, and you got that bonus chapter, which I thought was fantastic.
Contrary to what my friend here believes, the game is very good, and it picks up on chapter 1. It's from start to finish, including the bonus chapter. It's a really good game. It's I always say this, I've said this a lot, I think, it's an exaggerated high school experience. I say exaggerated because we all did not go through this in high school.
And no one screamed and the wind came out.
Like we had, but it makes you think. It does make you, at least for me, it does make you think about those teenage years and the things that you thought were a big deal that weren't really a big deal. And again, like they're dealing with some big deal stuff, because I mean it's a game, and if they weren't dealing with big deal stuff, it'd be kind of boring, right? Could they should do a game where you're just going through regular high school. They probably do
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's an
Whatever.
I'm pretty sure there's an indie game out there that's just called High School Life, and it's
Yeah.
just you going to school doing mundane shit, and then of course in the end there's some twist or something because indie developers can't help themselves but do that.
But but the game, I don't know. I liked it. It gives you that feeling of, like I said, of nostalgia when you look back on your life, I guess. And then the choices they give you, sometimes they're pretty easy to pick for you, but sometimes it really makes you think. And if you're one of those people like me who kind of sits and really tries to get into it, you'll get into it and you'll get into these decisions and you'll really try to play as best you can from your point of view, which, I think is pretty cool. I think that's what games like that try to do, and I think it does a good job at doing
Hope you enjoyed our thoughts in this game, and
it because it was hella cool.
yeah, I'm Salaz94,
And I'm Slick_Heartless.
and for gamers' sake, keep gaming.